Hi, my name is Kay. I'm a poet and a writer, and on this channel I do reactions to K-pop videos. Specifically, I like to do lyric reactions and breakdowns. Now, first of all, I've bleached my hair. And so what happened, since you're probably wondering, is I bleached it and then realized I'd run out of like debrassing, or like, you know, like the purple shampoo that makes it like a lot lighter, takes the brassiness out. And so I was like, I'll just sleep on it, it's fine. And when I woke up in the morning, I was like, actually, for some reason there's a lot of pink in it. Like even on the part that was just my natural tone, has a lot of pink, and so it kind of looks like peachy or sunsetty. So I was like, you know what, I kind of like it, I'm just gonna leave it. Like I can always get something to debrass it later if I decide I don't like it, but for right now, this is what we're working with. Like it's really pink at the bottom, there's like streaks of pink, I don't know if they show up on camera, but there's streaks of pink throughout, and it's kind of cute. So right now, this is gonna be the new hairstyle. Caveat number 2 is I already tried to film this video once, and all of my programs like would not work all at once. Like the one that I record with wasn't working, like what I used to like edit nothing was working. So we are refilming this entire video so that I can actually capture it. But today's video is going to be Stray Kids' God's Menu. It's probably the first Stray Kids song that got stuck in my head, where it was just like everything was do 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 do. And I feel like that's just the case for like anyone who watches God's Menu. It's really catchy. It really kind of embodies like all of their individual strengths and also kind of their group personality really, really well. I feel like this was the first song I listened to that I was like, that's who Stray Kids are. Okay, I understand them now. And from there, I just kept being interested in learning it. Of course, you know, my favorite song, at least, was Winter Falls, although Lonely Street is really like my jam too, and I have reacted to both of those, but we are finally getting around to God's Menu, and I'm very excited. I don't think I've actually looked at the lyrics to this one, so this is going to be kind of a newer reaction to lyrics. However, I have seen the music video a lot of times. I really, really enjoy this one, so I won't be surprised by anything, but I promise to still react as though it were my first time, because it's honestly, it's so good. Okay. So let's just jump on in. God's Menu by Stray Kids. Let's enjoy. Anytime they start off with Changbin, you know it's gonna be a banger. I really think they figured out quickly, like his voice has got that particular tone. Cora, really? Cora's in here with me today. She made her decision and then regretted it, and it's too late now, so she has to stay in here with me, so. Now she's upset, so if the camera knocks around, it's entirely her protesting. But okay, so straight up, he's just like, this is what is going to happen, like, welcome. It's easy to choose what you want in this store. Anything on the menu will satisfy all 5 senses. And so really kind of introducing the group, being like, we've got a lot of variety here. We have a lot to choose from. We have a lot to give and to show. Because this really is them kind of being like, we got this. This is us, we got this. Basically like, even the riffraff, whatever you're looking for, we got you. So we're making a lot of food references. Cooking a sauce, get what you want, savor, lick it, say it, bon, like bon appetit. Tastes so good, everyone loves it, but it all tastes strong. Like this is such a flex song. So many cooking metaphors and so much of a flex in this one. I want it till I serve everyone. Do my research, cross boundaries, no limits, like a creator. I make sound, and then transitions into the we just keep on making new things. So this is really, really a flex. This is them basically being like, we don't have to stick to conventions. We can make this like, this song nobody expected at all. This song that doesn't follow a lot of natural song conventions. And we can just put that out and it can be a hit because it's quite a bop. We're just gonna get stuck in your head because whatever flavor combinations we come up with, we're writing our own music. We're doing this originally and for ourselves. And I love that. I love the do's. Okay, so once again, and just singing it beautifully. We keep on making new things because we're one of a kind. No one can copy us. This is our own game. And then again, a flex. Even if you go away for a moment, you're gonna look for it again. You're gonna crave us. And let's be honest, it's true. You get a little taste of Stray Kids and they keep pulling you back in. Like, they turned out to be exactly my jam. Like, when I was looking for someone to like fill the hole that no new BTS content had left, Stray Kids fit that really well. And the hottest menus that never cool off, which is so true. Maniac's proven that once again. Imprinted on your palette. I love that they keep throwing in all of these metaphors. That like, it's very metaphor heavy, and we're very much like talking about cooking, but we're very much talking about our sound and our music and our group. So good. We're gonna do some do's again to get back into it. So good. It's really fun, like the tang tang to tang. It sounds good, like lyrically, and then with the dance, everything is like, it's eye-catching and it catches your ear too, like the tang tang to tang. But also tanginess, like this is our particular flavor, and to have like a tang to it is kind of a more unique flavor. Turn on the fire in your eyes. Catch your attention, like turn on a stove fire, but also turn on like, yeah, catching your attention. I just want to taste it, make it hot. So again, like turn on your attention, turn up the flame, get that thing boiling. On a new grill, cook this track. You know, we've got equipment now, we got some money, we're gonna throw it around a little bit. I think because Miro was their first big award, I believe. And so this is kind of like they've established themselves, and now they're really showing what they can do at this point. I think this came after Thunderous too, right? And Thunderous had a good reaction. Choose the menu, call me up. It was so fun. Like we can do whatever, but we're doing what we do. Okay, and then we're gonna get into Felix. Felix does stand out probably the most in this group. Absolutely the most angelic little face. Like, and then that voice. Demon crawling out of him, as my friend calls it. Like, what demon crawled inside that boy? I love that, and it is exactly how he sounds, and it is amazing. It's like, it's such a split from what you expect. He really stands out in this group. But I think this is one of like the showcase moments for him, like of all their videos, honestly. This one is really, you're paying attention to Felix after this. So here we go. Brace yourselves if you've never seen this before. Cooking like a chef, I'm a 5-star Michelin. Which, by the way, it's only 3 stars in Michelin. I'm pretty sure. So 5-star Michelin, like they are just full flexing at you. Like, no, I'm better than perfect, basically. I'm better than the best. I'm 5-star Michelin chef. Reach the peak of taste. So much that you're hallucinating. I see an illusion, so much that you're hallucinating. Like, this food is so good. It's like, what's that anime, Food Wars? Where everyone just like orgasms from the food. That's totally what point they're trying to get across right here. Like that, just think Food Wars when you see this song and you will understand it. And then you're gonna be shocked. And they repeat that. It's gonna be like getting an electric shock. Like, you're gonna be surprised by us. You're going to be electrified by us, which is a good thing, especially if you're trying to talk like dance music or something. Like, you want people to feel electrified by the music, but also like you're gonna be surprised, which definitely the song is surprising when you hear it for the first time. No such thing as a secret ingredient. I love that. I also love how it's almost like they're in a spotlight, like a police searchlight for this whole part. It's a very, I don't know like why they'd have chosen to do that shot that way, but it's very different and weird compared to the rest of the video. It feels very much like we're like, I guess because we're looking at them through a hole, and then the hole is Hyunjin's hand trying to find the secret ingredient, and there's nothing there. It's empty, it's air. Ah, okay, we're connecting the dots. Okay, I love it, I love it. I love that they're like, put some in, put a little more in, put some more, like not afraid to go over the top is basically what that is saying. Like, yeah, you're combining more and more things. Like there's a whole bunch of them and they all have very different like personalities and styles and sounds. But just keep pouring that in. Just keep trying different things, see what works. And it's gonna taste good is what they're saying. Like, just keep it going, keep bringing more, keep trying new things. It's translated to yes, sir, and ma'am, but ne sunim I think is just like yes, superior person. Like, it's a great translation because it has similar syllables, but I think, isn't sunim like boss? Like, okay boss. I think it's what you would say to a chef if you were the sous chef. You'd just be like, ne sunim. I think. I am working on Korean BT dubs. I'm working on it because I gotta get there. I gotta understand. I only know like a few phrases. 괜찮아, 가자. I know 잠시만요. I know just random weird ones, but I think sunim is for like superior person. Can we also just talk about how cute their dances are? Like, they're so funny. They always have these funny moments, like that one where they're like, whoa, looking up. Hilarious! Hilarious, okay? It's so cute, but it works so well with the song where you're just like, that part is necessary. It's gotta be in there, but it is hilarious to watch. Like, it's so, so funny. I really love that they always have that moment. I think in Maniac, because I was watching Maniac a lot, and my husband always was like, oh, the zombie part again, where they're just like, being zombies for a second. I love that that's always included, that they always have that like weird little moment. It's part of their flavor, it's part of their tang. I do think all the birds that he mentioned probably have a really specific, deeper meaning in Korean that is definitely not translating well. However, they are all like scavenger birds. They're all, magpies are actually a little bit evil. Pigeons are kind of rats with wings. They're a bit of a pest. So all of these kinds of transitory, almost like pest birds, like they're not pretty little birds. They're not birds that you would just like want singing in your garden. They're not songbirds, any of them. And so there's probably a particular reason for choosing those types of birds in Korean, or that the type of bird isn't quite translating well. These aren't the types of birds you would normally like cater to. Like, they're not usually birds you associate with good thing, but that doesn't mean that they're not also interesting and pretty and necessary in their own ways. And I'm thinking this has something to do with that like even all of the riffraff still like enjoy their flavor kind of thing. It's got to be something along those lines, but probably there's a very particular thing that he is saying that is not quite translating. And I'm saying that there's probably, it's probably like an idiom or something, is really, that's what we're missing, is some kind of an idiom. Because it's Changmin, because he's a great rapper, there is probably something very layered going on right there, and we're just missing out. This could be like Bapse, which I have got got to react to. But honestly, nothing is going to be as good as DK TV just like breaking down that one. So, but that same kind of thing, that there is like a lot of idioms that have to do with birds, that if you know them, there's a huge number of layers to it. But if you don't know them, then you're kind of missing that little layer. Yeah, and then that's the end. I love it. And then we're going in the back door, which is the first one I reacted to, not realizing. Stray kids everywhere, all around the world. You make stray kids stay. They make stray kids stay. We didn't know we needed it, and then we found out, and now we can't escape, can't resist. Love them so, so much. So yes, that was God's Menu. Love it. Such a fun song. On the hierarchy of Get Stuck in Your Head, this one is so high up there. Like for the next week, it's gonna be do all over again for me. So much fun. So interesting, and such a different kind of flex where they're like, we are just cooking up this menu of interesting, tasty things and you're going to crave us. And I was like, oh shoot, yeah, I did crave you. I did come back for seconds. I did come back to your restaurant to try your new menu. You know, like it's a flex song, and then they followed up. Like that's very important if you're going to put out a good flex, that you then deliver on the next menu. So good. I love the metaphor. I love the wordplay. And I know there's even more going on. Definitely, because there's so many good rappers and songwriters, but at the same time, they're also so bilingual on the team. Like Felix, of course, grew up in Australia, and Bangchen also grew up a lot of time in Australia. So they already have these English-speaking people. And actually Han too grew up in, I think he said, the English-speaking part of Malaysia. So we already have a lot of English coming in, and then the rest of the group seem to have learned English very well. Seungmin and Hyunjin are perfectly fluent now. And I think that was partially so they could communicate with Felix easier, since they're all 친구 together. They're all same age, and that's very important in Korean culture. I did not realize coming into K-pop like just how important being born in the same year is to like all of your dynamics, but it is critical. So there's a large group of 친구 in this group. I think that's part of the reason like they became so bilingual so quickly, but this group is very, very bilingual. And so a lot of the nuance and the wordplay I think is coming through multiple languages. I don't think we're missing as much of it as we are with some other groups who are very like focused on one language, where a lot of that is going to be focused there. This group is more able to kind of bridge that gap just because they have that breadth of knowledge that comes from happening to be able to speak two languages interchangeably, and then being able to play with both of those languages very, very well. And so yes, it could be that we're missing more things, but I think they're more able to get across the point in both languages, and I think they do that very, very well. What did you think of God's Menu? And what was your introduction into Stray Kids also? Because I feel like this was one where everyone was like, God's Menu is so good. And I was like, I had watched Thunderous and I was like, I liked it, but I wasn't obsessed with them after Thunderous. I was mostly like, that Felix child is extremely pretty. This one, I then looked them up a little bit more. So I want to know, like, what was really your gateway? Because this, I think, was definitely one of mine. That is all from me today. I post videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Please like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and let me know what other Stray Kids songs you would recommend. I'm so far down the Stray Kids rabbit hole these days. I know I haven't posted that many on my channel, but it was partly because I was backed up on other songs. Like, there are so many Stray Kids songs I want to get to. One of them being Any. I love Any so much. And that one has some like crazy word. Ani is another one I know. Ani is no in Korean. Ani and Any, and they mix that up. Oh, I'm gonna get there. I'll get to that one. Maybe next. Oh, I love it so much. Anyway, that's enough fangirling for me. I will talk to you again very soon. I'll talk to you on Tuesday. Bye!